Think you know everything about the NFL? Think again. From secret traditions to bizarre records, today we're diving into 10 jaw-dropping facts about America's most beloved sport. Did you know the NFL started over 100 years ago, in 1920? Since then, it's evolved into a cultural phenomenon, creating moments and stories that even the biggest fans might not know about. Stick around, because some of these facts might just blow your mind. Let's kick it off with the first one. Fact number 1. The NFL's first touchdown was scored by a college referee. Let's take a trip back to the very first NFL game in 1920. It was a different time. Players wore leather helmets. The forward pass was a risky move, and the league was just getting started. The first touchdown? It wasn't scored by a star athlete or a big-name player. It was scored by a college referee named Lou Partlow. Partlow was playing for the Dayton Triangles against the Columbus Panhandles when he made history by crossing the goal line. Imagine being a referee and the first ever touchdown scorer. That's a story you tell forever. Fact number 2. The Super Bowl trophy costs less than a player's game. Check. The Vince Lombardi trophy is one of the most recognizable symbols in all of sports. It represents the pinnacle of NFL success. But here's the surprising part. It costs just $50,000 to make. That's right. While the player's earning, it might take home millions of dollars per season, the trophy itself is relatively modest. Crafted by Tiffany & Company, it's made from sterling silver and takes 4 months to create. Compared to the average NFL player's game check, it's a bargain. So next time you see it lifted high, remember, it's not the cost, but the glory it represents. Fact number 3. The longest game in NFL history lasted over 7 hours. Imagine sitting through a game that lasts over 7 hours. Sounds exhausting, right? Well, that's exactly what happened in 1971 during a playoff game between the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs. It was Christmas Day, and the game went into double overtime, eventually becoming the longest in NFL history. The players were physically drained, the fans were mentally exhausted, and everyone just wanted it to end. The game finally concluded with a field goal by Miami's Garo Yepremian, sealing the Dolphins' victory. To this day, no NFL game has come close to that marathon matchup. Fact number 4. NFL cheerleaders make less than minimum wage. Cheerleaders are a key part of the NFL's entertainment, bringing energy and excitement to every game. But what many people don't know is that their compensation is shockingly low. Most cheerleaders make only a few $100s per game, and when you factor in the hours of practice, travel, and preparation, their pay can dip below minimum wage. Many cheerleaders have even taken legal action over unfair pay practices. It's a tough reality for these performers who are such a big part of the NFL experience. Makes you wonder if they deserve a bit more credit, doesn't it? Fact number 5. A coin toss once decided a team's fate. Today, playoff berths are decided by wins, losses, and tiebreakers. But in 1933, it all came down to a coin toss. The Portsmouth Spartans and Chicago Bears finished the season tied in the standings. Instead of playing a tiebreaker game, the league decided to flip a coin. The Bears won the toss and went on to compete in the NFL championship, leaving the Spartans on the sidelines. Imagine missing out on a chance at glory because of a coin. Thankfully, the league has come a long way since those early days. Fact number 6. NFL teams used to share helmets. Before the NFL became the billion-dollar empire it is today, teams operated on a shoestring budget. In fact, back in the early days, players sometimes had to share helmets. Yes, you heard that right. 2 players, 1 helmet. Teams didn't have the resources to supply equipment for everyone, so players would swap helmets on the sidelines. Can you imagine the logistical nightmare? It's hard to believe when you see today's custom-fitted high-tech helmets designed to protect players at all costs. Fact number 7. The NFL was tax-exempt until 2015. For years, the NFL was officially classified as a tax-exempt nonprofit organization. How does a multi-billion-dollar league pull that off? Well, the league office itself, not the teams, held non-profit status. This loophole saved the NFL millions of dollars in taxes every year. After mounting public criticism, the NFL voluntarily gave up its tax-exempt status in 2015. But the fact that it lasted so long is mind-blowing. It's a classic case of the rich getting richer. Fact number 8. There was almost a team called the Boston Bulldogs. Team names are a huge part of NFL identity, but what if history had gone a little differently? Before the New England Patriots became the Patriots, the franchise considered calling itself the Boston Bulldogs. At the time, several teams were experimenting with fierce animal names, thinking it would strike fear into their opponents. Ultimately, they went with Patriots to honor the region's revolutionary history. And the rest is history. But imagine the Boston Bulldogs running out of the tunnel instead of the Pats. Kind of has a nice ring to it, don't you think? Fact number 9. The NFL once played a game so foggy, players could barely see. Let's talk about one of the most infamous games in NFL history, the Fog Bowl. On December 31st, 1988, during a playoff game between the Chicago Bears and the Philadelphia Eagles, dense fog rolled into Soldier Field in Chicago, making it nearly impossible for players, coaches, or fans to see what was happening on the field. Visibility dropped to just a few yards, and even the broadcasters struggled to describe the action. Despite the bizarre conditions, the game continued, and the Bears ultimately triumphed 20-12. It's still remembered as one of the most surreal games in NFL history. Fact number 10. The NFL has its own police force. Security is no joke in the NFL. Did you know the league has its very own police force? It's true. The NFL employs private investigators, security personnel, and even former law enforcement officers to handle everything from game day security to monitoring off-field player conduct. They investigate things like counterfeit tickets, insider betting scandals, and even thefts from team locker rooms. With billions of dollars and millions of fans involved, the NFL takes no chances when it comes to protecting its reputation and its players. And there you have it, 10 fun facts you probably didn't know about the NFL. From lost footballs in the fog to shared helmets and the surprising cost of the Vince Lombardi Trophy, the NFL's history is full of fascinating stories. Which one was your favorite? Let us know in the comments. If you're hungry for more NFL trivia, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Pigskin Chronicles, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Pigskin Chronicles.